Good morning, dear students. So, students, we have almost finished our syllabus, and since the last class, we have been doing the composition part. And in that class itself, we have learned that how to write a thank you letter. So, today we are proceeding to learn another new topic from your composition part, which is called narrating a personal experience. So, students, what is this? What is narrating a personal experience? Let me show it to you now. So, students, a narrating experience is a paragraph about a moment, incident, or event that happened to you. Means, students, suppose something has happened to you, maybe it is good or bad, or worse or best. You have to write them down, okay? And uh, you have to write something about that incident, maybe a short paragraph of it, so it will be your narrative paragraph. So it's a very easier one. You have to choose any event from your lifetime according to the question which will be given to you, and then you write your own experience in your own words. There is nothing to learn about it, but let me show you a few tips that may help you in writing a narrative paragraph more fruitfully. So, let me show you those tips right now. Here, tip number 1 is make sure your opening sentence introduces the topic of your paragraph. Means, student, in the very first line of the paragraph, you should give the main idea of your narrative paragraph. Then point number 2 is the sentences you write need to follow a logical order. This means that you should narrate the events in a correct order. Means the sentences in a paragraph should be arranged one after another. Like suppose if you write that I have brushed my teeth, then I have woken up, like this you can't do, right? Because at first we will woke up from the bed, then we will brush our teeth, like this. So always arrange the sentences in a logical way. Then point 3 is use words such as first, then, next, after, that, and finally, so that the reader can easily understand the order in which the events took place. Means if you use these words like first, then, next, after, finally, then it will make your paragraph more understandable to the reader. So always use these words in a paragraph to make it more suitable to the readers. Then point number 4 is, since this is a piece of personal writing, write it in the first person using I. Yes, student, I have shown you the persons, the three persons we have, and the first person is I and we. So as you are writing your own personal experience, so you should always write in the first person. So you can use I, and sometimes you can use we also. Then comes the fifth point, that is use short and simple sentences that a reader can easily follow. Student, it is for your well-being also, always use short and simple sentences, means a short and simple words also, so that it becomes easier for the reader to read it. And the last tip is conclude your paragraph with a sentence or two on why this event or incident was memorable or important to you and how it made you feel. So at last comes the conclusion part, where you have to write the how or why the incident was memorable or important to you and how it made you feel, means how you were feeling about that incident you have to mention in the last part of your paragraph. So this much is, and it is not that your paragraph must be very long one, okay? It can be shorter one also, but you should include all the points which are given in the question. So now student, for your better understanding, let me show you a demo narrative paragraph. So here I have included one question, that is, write a paragraph about one of the best days you have ever had. You may include the following in your paragraph: when and where, who you were with, what you did, what was the atmosphere like, the most memorable thing or things that happened, why you choose this particular day to write about, how it made you feel. So these are the points that you should include in your narrative paragraph. And student, this question is from your book itself, which is given in page number 100. Now student, let me show you the answer of this paragraph. Okay, so here is your paragraph and let me read it out for all of you. Yesterday was my 9th birthday and I think it was one of the best days of my life. My parents and sister woke me up in the morning with hugs and cards and presents. They said they had one more special present, but I would get it in the evening. Mummy made all my favorite breakfast foods, and Papa dropped us to the school in his car as a special treat. At school, all my friends wished me and gave me lots of cards. Kapil, my best friend, even wrote me a special birthday poem. It was hilarious. Mrs. Lal, my class teacher, led the class in singing happy birthday for me. In the evening, some of my friends and cousins came home for tea. We had cake and played games, and it was lots of fun. But the best bit was at the end of the party. My grandparents appeared carrying a basket. Inside it was the cutest Labrador puppy you have ever seen. My very own puppy. It was a special present my parents had mysteriously hinted at in the morning. I have named him Zero, and I will take care of him. What an amazing day it was. So students, here is the narrative paragraph from the hints which are given in the question itself, and you can see that how I have included all the hints. As you can see here, these are the hints. So I have successfully included all these points in this paragraph itself, okay? And it is expected from you also. You have to include all the points which will be given to you in your paragraph. And remember, you can see in this poem also, always use I, me, us, we, this kind of words in the paragraph, as it's your own personal experience. So student, note this answer in your grammar copies, okay? And students, with this we have finished our composition part. We will not going to do any other composition because we have learned a lot of compositions from your grammar part. And as we have finished our syllabus, our whole syllabus today, so student, in the next class, that is from Wednesday, we will start our part B book. Means we will do the revision from the very beginning. That is the part B book which will be coming in this final examination. And as for that, I am asking all of you to bring your part B books as well your classwork copies in the offline classes. So as for now student, with this small paragraph here, let me end my today's discussion. And I hope that you have understood the topic which we have discussed today. And even though if you haven't understood any point which is discussed under this online class, you may clarify this in the offline classes, okay? So here, let me finish my today's class. Thank you so much for watching this video.